store. As it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys off to a slow start, looking for their first win after 2 straight losses to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's this complete to Butte. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Sanders. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Come on. Hey.
48-yard line.
Now Sanders. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the zone read, this is Jenkins. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Sanders to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
2 yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the gun, it's Shador. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
That is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. On 3rd down, Achane. But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Come on. That's pretty.
He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start by running the option to the right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Sanders. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw now. Here's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Come on. Like it.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Shador. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led it too far, incomplete.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
19, truck.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns had 6 to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, good return up past the 30. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Here we go.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Get it. Bronco 80.
Up the middle, Achane. And some room to work. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Tag. Cougar 19.
They give to Achane on the option. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He's got room to roam. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's another first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go. Ready.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt, he's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Our home team, 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing, Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Bronco quick, Bronco quick.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Sanders. That's downfield. He's got Fannin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another Browns.
Here we go.
To throw is Sanders. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
They'll take over first and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to H.N. to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6. They'll pitch it out to H.N. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They need 2. Here's third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, right?
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Ready.
First down, Cleveland.
Go. 19, Charger, 19.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go play action now. Sanders. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Sanders. There's a short one caught by Finn, and call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Sanders. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our look around the league starts now, and it starts with a good one here. And this is Chase Brown. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Vikings move to 2-1. They get the victory here. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's the elusive Jalen Hurts. He's going to scramble here and take it in. 13 yards away, he houses it. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Jets. And here's the Jets wideout. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. And when it's all said and done, that's an 80-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Jets lead by a field goal at halftime. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a kind of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
At the
60 Vices, 60 Vices.
2nd and 5. He'll dump this off to Achan. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. Complete to Devon Achan.
Out of the gun is a give to Achan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
At the 44-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. They set up the screen. Achan has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. Complete to Devon Achan.
19 Tiger.
First and 10 at the 40.
Achan gets it from the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to the ground, Achan. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Wandale Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, what a move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Sanders. And his throw here is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Sanders to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st down, Browns.
That's caught left side by Judy.
The go of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's this complete to Bunte. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Cougar 19.
Now Sanders. The kicker here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff running through the middle.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Sanders. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Left side, he's got the tight end, Fannin. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. And the Browns first down.
From the shotgun, Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now a 2nd and 10.
Cordell Clark on the coverage.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And they'll send Judy in motion left.
19, Tiger, 19.
Throwing again at Sanders. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready. 19, 18.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To throw is Sanders. Pass caught right side, Fannin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's another Browns first down.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On first down, here's Judkins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing, Sanders. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now he'll take, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Shadur Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Browns put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. There's the stiff arm. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Man, and he hits him in stride. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Ready?
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. Here's first down. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
He's back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Come on.
Back to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
Let's go.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. They'll start with the option. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
That's good for a Browns first down.
And they will take a knee here.
Hey! Alert! Alert!
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for Cleveland,
Fall is in the air and not a moment too soon. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3. We begin with a good interconference matchup. And this is Chase Brown. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Vikings had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's Drake May. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Patriots are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Jets. And here's the Jets wideout. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Jets are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.